Did you know that 95% of the people out there that go to lose weight indeed end up losing the weight, but 95% of them gain it back and oftentimes more? I've lost 62.5 pounds and I've kept it off for 6+ years now, sustainably, all without a diet. All right. So, what I want to talk about today is sugar cravings. What do you do when you have those times in your routine that your sleep schedule has been wonky, things are just crazy, things are just all over the place, kind of stressful, you feel like you want to pull your hair out and you're just like, ugh, you know, you're like that. Unfortunately, I don't have any hair, but I guess I can pull some of it. Anyhow, what do you do? What do you do with those sugar cravings? What do you do when you haven't necessarily mastered resetting your body to crave the proper things? Because oftentimes sugar cravings are actually an underline of something else. It's not really that you're craving sugar. I really want you to let that sink in. It's not really that you're craving sugar. There's an underlying other problem, and it's showing up in the sugar cravings because your body has been programmed that way. And one of the ways your body has been programmed that way, and this is actually at the root cause of most sugar cravings. It's at the root cause of hunger issues, snacking issues, and it's at the root cause of most emotional eating issues. Want to know what it is? So before I talk about the hack around sugar cravings, I want to speak to this for just a moment. So big food companies literally have paid top scientists to make our food a science experiment and to put just the right amount of certain ingredients in it, bioengineered ingredients, GMO ingredients, processed sugar, processed whatever ingredients, put the right amount of ingredients in our food to bring us to the perfect bliss point. Okay. What happens with that is it begins to form new neural pathways that then begin to change your taste buds, that then begin to change what you're craving, that then begin to send mixed signals to your brain. Okay. This is at the root cause of most emotional eating, snacking issues, sugar cravings, all of that, because your system has been programmed to now start craving those foods. That's how big food hooks you into their products. In a nutshell, it goes a lot deeper than that, and there's a lot of other moving pieces to that, but that is the big nutshell of it. And that's why I encourage every one of the clients that I work with to turn things over, look at the ingredients, number one. Number two, buy things with minimal ingredients. Number three, better yet, buy things with one ingredient, whole foods. Get out of their system. The more you stay consistent on an eating routine like that, the sooner you are going to have your body reset and the things you should be craving start to show up, like whole foods, proteins, satiating, and getting away from that whole system. All right. So in the meantime, in the process, maybe you're at a point in your journey where you haven't quite mastered things yet. You're getting there, but you're still kind of juggling some of these weird cravings like sugar and stuff. And especially when maybe your sleep schedule is a little wonky and you're lacking in that sleep and things are just crazy. And I know right now we're heading into the holiday seasons, and oftentimes in the holiday seasons, things get very chaotic and things get very crazy. So, what does that look like with sugar cravings? Well, what I want to do is I also want to give you some hacks on this video on how to get around some of those sugar cravings. So you're not grabbing after that pastry. So you're not grabbing after that cookie or whatever it is for you. All right. One of the first things that I want to mention here is dark chocolate. Can be such a great hack. Dark chocolate. Get the one that's 85% though. So the one that's 85% or higher is what you want to get. But dark chocolate can be a great hack. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that are chocolate lovers. Well, there you go. You got something right there. Another great hack is grapes. And on top of that, secondly, frozen grapes. Because I know there's some people out there that just really like those frozen grapes. I'm not really into frozen grapes, but I do like grapes. So grapes can be a great hack. And then another hack, if you're like me, I love to make my own homemade jerky. I've got a couple dehydrators. And as a matter of fact, as I make this video, there's a whole 4-pound batch of jerky meat in the dehydrators that are going today. And by the end of the day, I'm gonna have a pretty large batch of homemade jerky. And this batch, I kind of made it on the sweet side. So it's both sweet and savory. So that can be another hack. And if you're not into making your own jerky, then sure, you can go out and buy some. But again, I just encourage you read the ingredients because some of these pre-made jerky packages have seed oils in them, processed sugars. Just be wise with what you buy. All right. So that's another hack around that. And here's another really good one. All right. So apple slices with cinnamon on them. Oh my gosh. You talk about delectable. Yum, yum. Okay. I love apple cinnamon and fresh sliced apples with cinnamon on them. Oh my goodness. That just sounds so amazing. Here's another one bananas, plain bananas, or you can do the whole frozen banana things. You slice a banana into little slices and put it in the freezer, freeze it. And now you have frozen banana slices. That's just another hack, something to think about. And berries. Berries is another great grab. And, you can even do the frozen berries thing if that's a thing, if that's what you like to do. So that's just another one. So these are just some really quick hacks. Now, there's one other thing that I want to speak to here on this video. Remember that when you do get those weird cravings like that, a lot of times there's an underlying issue. It's not really that you're craving sugar. You want to work to eventually get to the point to where you're not necessarily craving those sugar cravings anymore. Every once in a great while, I'll have a craving for something sweet. And I've got enough of a foundation in my routine built through the years that I know if I grab that small cake slice that's in the freezer, let it defrost for about 5-10 minutes, and I indulge myself in that little, maybe 2 or 3 bite. And that's usually what I'll do is, I'll kind of like freeze a few things like that and have them to where, if I do get one, if I do get one of those cravings just out of the blue, I can have something like that. And that is okay every now and then. All right. Just, I just stay away from the processed pastries and all that other stuff. Just find life hacks for yourself that you can then use. Another one that I wrote down is dates. Okay. Dates can be a great little sweet treat. Get the pitted ones or whatever is your fancy. As a matter of fact, my mom uses dates. She cooks them down and then cooks them into like this paste. And then she makes what's called date bars. And on top of the date bars, that she makes with almond flour, so she'll make the almond flour batch date bars and everything else with the mixture and all that's got pure maple syrup in it, all kinds of great ingredients in it. And then the topping for the date bars is these cooked dates, and it acts as a really sweet frosting topping that's natural, right? So there's just another life hack for those sugar cravings. But again, I want to encourage you, don't always give in to those sugar cravings either, because you train your body that way. What you want to do is you kind of want to start leaning into more satiating things like animal proteins and good saturated fats. And another hack around that for avocado lovers, grab an avocado, sprinkle some salt on it and consume either a half or a full avocado. It's great nutrition for you, good fats, and different things like that. So these are just some hacks around that. All right. Now there's one last thing that I want to handle here. All right. So I want to talk about mastery in all of this. All right. So, the process of mastery is not about perfection, you guys. You need to remember that. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency, it's about grace, it's about sustainability, all of that. That's mastery. Overcoming sugar cravings is not going to happen overnight, but through small, intentional steps. Notice the word I just used right there, intentional. It's about the small, intentional steps. What you want to do is you want to begin by making smarter food choices through your journey. And that means focusing on nutrient dense food choices and options that then begin to stabilize your blood sugar. And that then begins to remove triggers from processed foods and different things like that. So, also, I'm going to remind you, it's not an overnight process. Remember, incorporating healthy fats like those from grass fed meats, full fat dairy, and seeking out naturally sweet alternatives helps to rewire your taste preferences over time. Yes, I'm reading from one of my written pieces. I'm actually reading from a portion in one of my boot camp sessions because I really feel like this is really important. Now, let's talk about another angle. What does God say about things like this? So check out this verse from Titus chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation for all people, training us to renounce ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self controlled, upright, and godly lives. God has given us the ability to steward our bodies as well. Now, I don't want to make this into some kind of legalistic thing or anything like that, but it is true. You know, our bodies are a temple, and God has given us our bodies to steward. And so we get to steward our bodies, we get to steward our eating routines, but through grace, through patience, and one step at a time, making it sustainable. I've got to throw that in there because I also don't want the mindset to set in that, you know, it's like, you know, list of things to do, this. It's not about that. Okay. You get to give yourself grace. It is a step by step process. So when you align your choices with his design for your body, you are honoring him in the process. Let that sink in. Rely on his strength. Pray, um, pray for the wisdom and the self-discipline. And remember that through Christ, you have the power to overcome any temptation. And that even goes for sugar. So just remember that through your journey and even the little challenges, the little challenge cravings that you might have, and whatever it looks like for you, so even the times where you do fall off the horse, remember you get to lean in on grace, you get to lean in on God for your strength, and you get to move forward. Even if you do screw up, you get to pick yourself back up and you get to continue on the journey. You get to learn from that mistake. You get to grow from that strength. You get to get wiser. You get to get stronger, all of it. So, and especially through this holiday season coming up. And maybe when you're watching this, it isn't the holiday season. So be it. In the next few months of your journey, let's look at it that way. But the fact remains is as I'm making this video, we are going through the holiday season. So even through this holiday season, things can get insanely crazy and busy. And your schedule can get off track a little bit. That's why it's important through, especially through the holidays and in your journey in general, to be intentional about the decisions you're making. Pre-plan as much as possible. Set yourself up for success. Pre-make decisions for yourself, and that goes with intentionally pre-planning. Okay, so lastly, I have a mini educational boot camp series that I have developed. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you a video that talks all about that. It's only a minute and 40 seconds. So stick with me till the end here. Promise you won't be sorry about it. So let's go. I am giving away my 3 secrets to help you finally lose that last 20 pounds, to help you finally break through those sugar addictions, to help you finally break free from those snacking issues and those hunger issues. All in just 3 one-on-one sessions with me. You will be equipped with an empowered mindset. You will be equipped to see past the industry lies and avoid the common pitfalls. You will be equipped to see past the marketing deceptions that this industry uses. They put it all over their packages and make you think what you're buying is healthy when it's really not. I help you to see past all of that. Each session comes with its own booklet. These aren't just 2-3 pagers. These are 10, 16, 33 pages long. These are in-depth booklets. And you also get the recordings of each session to keep for life, so you can continue going back to those and review that. This is all going for only $75. And honestly, that is a steal. I've given a couple of people an insider look of everything that's in my boot camp. I had one of them say that my boot camp is actually worth $1,000. I had another one that said she would actually expect to pay $1,500. And I'm offering my boot camp for only $75. You got nothing to lose but those extra pounds. You have everything to gain in the right way. So click below. There's a link below in my mini boot camp in the description below. Click that link. Let's go. I'll see you inside. All right. So now, wasn't that amazing? So now check this out. That's $75. I don't know how long that is going to last. As a matter of fact, actually, my business coach and mentor is making me raise the price of that at the end of this year. So I would encourage you, jump in now. Take advantage of that price because it is going to be going up. All right. So with that, you can find the link to the boot camp in the description below. There's a link in there. Click in there, sign up for it, schedule your first appointment with me, do all the things. I will see you in that boot camp. So have a great rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world and what time of day you're listening. And I will talk to you on the next video. Talk to you guys later.